So I bring my players extra XP if they bring snacks to a D&D game or any other role-playing game. And yes, it does stack. In fact, I'm largely in favor of the milestone system and not XP. But the one reason that I don't sometimes use milestone is so that I could treat it like milestone by just having milestones that give you enough XP that you would need to get to the next level. But I can still bribe my players with XP. I cannot tell you how many problems this solves. Because one of the big problems of D&D is that so many things fall on the DM. Like, the DM has to DM and come up with a campaign and all that, but they often also have to schedule, they have to host, so on and so forth. And that is a lot of work. That is way more work than a player has to do. Which isn't super fair, but the DM is probably the most invested. The problem is that leads to DM burnout, and that's how games fail. The solution really is just bribe your players with XP. I will give you a short list of things that my players get XP for. If you bring drinks or snacks, you get XP. If you recap last session at the beginning of this session, you get XP. If you schedule the session for me, you get XP. If you DJ the session, if you handle selecting music for the scenes, you get XP. If you blue book, if you tell me absolutely anything about your character's motivations or desires between sessions, you get XP. If you help clean up before or after a session, you get XP. Heck, if XP isn't doing it, I'll even throw in, like, special magical items. I don't care. As the DM, I could just up the challenge to compensate. In my experience, this makes the whole party contribute to making sure the game runs more than they would otherwise. Now, when I tell players this, every so often I encounter a player who gets really upset, and that's a big red flag for me. Because usually they complain about falling behind in power compared to the other characters, yet they aren't willing to contribute to the game to catch up. Because I make certain that there is always an easy vector to get that bonus XP. Like I said, you could just buy snacks. If you're too poor to buy snacks, you can help clean up. If you're too pressed for time to clean up, you can just recap the game at the beginning of the game. And if you're too pressed to do any of this, then how do you have time to be in a D&D game in the first place? So yeah, I have no problem with the players that contribute more to the game becoming more powerful. And I've had way fewer games die just because I use XP or other rewards as an incentive to grease the wheels to make sure that the game operates well. So yeah, if you want to show up with a whole snack aisle's worth of food, I'll give you a whole level. Heck, I'll give you more than that. You've just made sure that we have snacks for the whole campaign. You deserve it.